Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited. This is my first time chatting with two people at once.
Yay, we're so honored.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think I think this is our first Instagram live where we're like talking with someone.
Yeah.
So
Hey, oh my gosh, I'm so honored. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a treat. Oh my gosh, how are you guys doing? It's like we're in such a crazy time, huh?
yeah, we're doing good, just staying home. At least we have our family with us and our pets. So
Oh,
yeah, we're doing good. Some days are kind of hard, but others are okay. So yeah, we're just making the best of a situation. What about you?
I feel the same way. I mean, I have my dog, which I'm like, thank God for her, my little fur baby. And I'm with my husband, and we both work from home, and so it's like it's interesting because it's like figuring out what room we should be in when we're like doing things or like having meetings, or he's working out and I'm like, I'm about to go live, get out of here.
Aw.
But I think it's also a great time. I'm sort of like a home buddy. Like I miss, of course, seeing my friends and going to the movies and doing simple things, but I've always felt comfortable at home. So
Yeah. I mean, same. We usually are staying at home and stuff and filming, and when we have like free time, we're just so tired at that point. We're just like, I don't need to go out.
exactly, you guys are always so much. You create so much at home. So I'm assuming you're very comfortable with sort of being in your space and still being creative. I hope you guys are, you're still making amazing stuff and
Yeah, we're making videos. We're trying.
but it's also good to like have some downtime too. Just because you're, home doesn't mean you always have to be doing something, which I think is important to remember too. Speaking of being at home and watching movies, you guys put together an amazing list for us at CherryPicks. For all of you joining, I'm Meg from CherryPicks. We collect film reviews from female and non-binary critics. And you guys put together this awesome list full of recent films, full of classics, which I really appreciate it. And you said something really great. You talked about the love of talking about films after with the family and with each other. Can you talk a little bit about that? Do you guys agree on movies? Do you sometimes fight about a movie or?
Yeah, so we have family movie nights quite a lot, especially during these times. They're happening more often than usual. But after the routine that we kind of do after we watch a movie is we all discuss what our favorite part about it, or like we just kind of just in our own way critique it and like say like, I really liked like the writing in this section. Like I really liked how this made me feel. So, but then we do sometimes get into debates about why certain things happened, or like if one of us didn't understand something, like we'll explain to the other person like, oh, this is what happened. Like, yeah. And it's always a must. It's always me. I ask this question, but I always make everyone say what their favorite part was. And then we also discuss about how like what the theme of the movie was and like what the messaging is, because there's so many movies out there that have amazing messages about life and stuff, and some people don't really realize that unless you just kind of just talk about it. So it's a really, I don't know, it's just fun to do it with the family. I believe that movies aren't only just to tell a story and make you feel good in a moment. I think movies do leave impacts on people, and like, you can take something from it. And so that's what we love about movies, and just the message that can be put into people and like in their hearts and stuff, and make people think about things.
Oh my gosh, you couldn't be more right. I feel like that's exactly how I feel about movies too. And I think that's why movies are so universal. And no matter who you are or where you are, you can kind of connect through your love of film. And I think I love discussing, like getting into sort of debates with my friends and with my husband and family about movies, because you're rediscovering stuff about it, and you're learning new parts that you might not have sort of noticed before or looked over or gotten up to go to the bathroom. I don't know, but I think that's such an important and fun, like you said, such a fun part of movie watching is sort of what follows. and how a film sits with you and how it sort of you can watch it and have one reaction, but then maybe a couple of hours later after you've let it digest, it sort of becomes something new, and you discover new things that you either enjoyed and sometimes didn't enjoy about the film.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's just good to talk about it.
You guys are like little film reviewers. We're gonna have to make you cherry pickers.
Oh, I'd be honored. We'd be honored. She's even wearing look, I'm wearing cherry earrings.
Oh my gosh, how cute. I didn't wear mine today. I feel so left out. I usually wear these like big cherry earrings. Oh, they're so cute. Love all the cherry everything.
Yes.
Speaking of cherry picks, our fearless founder, Miranda, her daughter Golden is a big fan. Can you guys give her a shout out?
Yes. Hi, what is it? Miranda? Golden. Hi, Golden.
Hi, Golden. We love you.
We love you.
Oh, yes. Okay, so thank you so much. All right, so let's talk about your list a little bit. I think it's fun to go on your theme of picking your favorite part. I would love to hear from each of you your top film from that list and your favorite part from that film.
Oh my gosh.
I know. You can think about it for a second.
Huh. There's so many. Because we picked great movies.
We really did. Oh, you really did. I'm not kidding. You guys have to check it out. There's so many great films on there. And they're all different genres too.
Yeah, they're all complete different genres because we picked from comedy to like romance to Star Wars, fantasy, you know.
Yes.
Honestly, so this is kind of just more like, for me, it's a bit like more real, and so I'm gonna pick the movie I Still Believe that we just watched with KJ Appa, and it's based off a true story. And you know, the movie's about having faith in life, and you know, recently, this is going to be kind of like a sad moment, but we just had a friend who passed away recently, and it's just kind of crazy because I was thinking about if I hadn't seen I Still Believe before the tragic accident, I would feel completely different, because that movie gave me hope, and it just gave me peace about life and just certain things. I still have unanswered questions about things, but it's just crazy how impactful that movie was for me. And then especially after this event that occurred. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just really cool to just know that there are so many moving movies out there and stories, and everyone goes through tough times.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a part of life. And it was just really inspiring, and like I said, it gave me a lot of peace about what's happening right now in our lives. And I just, you know, if I hadn't seen that movie, I would be just like, I don't even know how I would be like right now.
A little lost. Well, I'm so sorry for your loss, guys.
It's okay, but it's been tough, but it's just really cool how, like I said, movies can just really impact you in amazing ways. And if the viewers who are watching, if you haven't seen I Still Believe, I highly recommend watching it. It is sad, but it's because it's real life. Like, this is what real life is, and that's just the magic of movies, is we can capture and tell stories about real life events and how people deal with it. And so it's just a good movie to watch. My answer is very not that emotional. Make it happy. I'm sorry, my answer. I was going to say if I was going to choose a movie from our list, I really, really love The Princess Bride.
Good one.
It's such a good one because it's just so quotable. We quote so many things. Like, sometimes when we leave our house to go hang out with our friends, my mom will like peek out the door, and she'll be like, have fun storming the castle, and then she'll like it's so cute. So I think just my favorite part of that movie is just all the quotable moments and just how fun and lighthearted it is, and just silly, and it's a cult classic. It's a classic, and it'll never get old. Like, yes, you can watch it now and still find it very entertaining and funny and relevant to today's life.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you guys said it the best. I think the magic of filmmaking and of movies is that they can really impact you and touch you, and whether that's comforting you in a sad moment and helping you sort of understand the world around you, especially during uncertain times, which we're all sort of going through right now, to just when you need that escape and you want to sort of laugh along, and that comfort of knowing what your favorite characters are going to say next, and saying the lines along with them, and which is very true for Princess Bride. You're so right. There's so many quotable moments. There's so many great characters. The Billy Crystal character, I can think up on the top of my head. He's so funny in that. Oh my God.
Magic Max, I think.
Magic Max?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And it's also, I think what's great about The Princess Bride, which I think is why so many people connect with it. It's so funny. Like, you will roll on the floor laughing, but then you'll also cry, and you'll have your heart feel so full at the same time.
Yeah.
I love those types of movies where they sort of just take you on this ride of emotions. You're laughing, you're crying, you're like,
Yes, those movies are the best.
Like this, you're like, oh man. But yeah, so check out the rest of their list, everybody. It's so good. And I was surprised that Star Wars on there. I loved that.
Thank you. Yeah, we've actually been fans of Star Wars since we were in 3rd grade, since we were young. And we were actually discussing this because you sent like a list of questions you were going to ask us, and we were discussing it, and one of the questions was, do you have a story you'd like to share about how a film has shaped you or helped you in the past? Yeah. And I was like, oh, it sounds so cheesy to say, but Star Wars has really shaped us. Since when we were in 3rd grade. Because during the time when we were that age, because we're 23 right now, so we're 9? I don't know. It was a long time. I forget how old we
Remember how old you are in 3rd grade. Maybe someone can tell us. Guys, how old are you in 3rd grade?
Yeah. Yes.
Help us out. Okay.
Right, help us out.
Yeah.
But during that time, Star Wars was kind of advertised for boys. It wasn't a girl thing. It wasn't a girl thing. It wasn't super popular for girls to be into Star Wars. But when we watched it, we fell in love with the storyline, the acting, and just the overall universe. Yeah, we loved it so much. And it was a way for us to connect with our dad. We connected on a very deeper level with him, just talking about theories and what does this mean? Why did this happen? And it was just really cool. It was really cool. And so growing up, we were just kind of felt like we knew that it was okay for us to like things that boys liked. And kudos to our mom for encouraging that as well. She wasn't like, oh, you shouldn't be watching that. That's like what boys watch. She was like, I like Star Wars too. And so we would all together during family nights watch the movies in order and just discuss it and stuff. It just, for me, it shaped my life because like Star Wars, Harry Potter, those types of movies, Lord of the Rings, where there's a bunch of them focused on one story, it kind of becomes part of your life. Like you start quoting things, you start like all of a sudden this whole new world exists for you that is obviously not real, but it feels very real because of how the story is told, how it is portrayed on film. And as we grew older, we kind of always just really didn't talk about how much we liked Star Wars until like we started to get older, because then we started finding out that there were many other girls and females like us that had watched Star Wars when they were younger but felt like they couldn't talk about it because it was a boys only thing. And nowadays I'm like scrolling on TikTok, scrolling through Twitter, and there's a bunch of women and females out there just saying how much they love Star Wars and sharing their opinions and stuff. And it's just like really cool that now it's just more socially acceptable for females to enjoy Star Wars, because not only is Star Wars like have lightsabers and stuff. It's about love, it's about family, and it's about hope, and that's the overall meaning of Star Wars. It's not just lightsabers and Darth Vader. But by all means, if you're a female and have never seen Star Wars because you're not into that stuff, that's also okay. But also I think the media has just made it seem like it is just lightsabers and stuff, when really it's not. It's not. And there's princesses, there's love, romance, drama, comedy. There's like everything. And so yeah, it really has just shaped our lives because we make friends. We bond over like Star Wars and Harry Potter. We quote things about Harry Potter and Star Wars. You know, it's just, we make jokes. Like, it's just now part of our everyday lives, and even in just like our vocabulary, we say random things. Like, our Wi-Fi is like a Star Wars themed thing. Like, like, so for us, like, it just really did shape our lives. And there's just so many amazing lessons you can learn from Star Wars. And I think the biggest lesson you can learn from Star Wars is to have hope. That's the main lesson. And I think, you know, just having hope in our whole lives. We've just grown up just always knowing that, you know what, even in the tough times, everything is going to be okay as long as we have hope. And so, yeah.
And it's so true. Every time the Jedis and every time they get knocked down because the Empire like strikes back, Empire strikes back, it comes back and back and back. They're like, nope, I will not give up. I will fight to the end. And it's also a lot about loyalty and being there for each other. And I couldn't agree more. I love Star Wars. I grew up with two older brothers that were very much older than me. So I first watched Star Wars. I think the first one I ever saw was Return of the Jedi. And I fell in love with Han and Leia and their love story. And related to that. And yes, like you were saying, there's the action sequences and all the, that stuff. But I really related to that, and I felt something for it. And I also thought it was really cool because my brothers were watching it, and I was like, I'm cool, But now, like, thank God for characters like Rey. Like, clearly the Star Wars universe knew that us women love it just as much as the men, and that we needed more representation in the universe. And also kicking butt as well as being princesses, even though Leia always kicked butt. Like, she really did.
She did.
Really did. And she was kind of like the first time that we saw a princess that wasn't like, yes, her name was Princess Leia, but she didn't act like the title. Like, she truly was one with the people. She got her hands dirty. She kicked it with the boys. She was fearless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, George Lucas knew what he was doing.
He did.
He just knew. Because it's just so relevant even today. Like, it's a great storyline, and for me, it was executed perfectly. And, some people don't like the newer movies, and I'm not one to try to argue with people. If they have an opinion, they have their opinion.
Yeah.
I personally, I loved all the new ones. Just because it's the Star Wars story. It's just the continuation of it. And for me, I was just like, yes, I love it. I love this. I don't care if there was like a film editing error. Like, I'll enjoy the story anyways.
Well, how do you guys feel about Rise of Skywalker? How did you feel about how it all got wrapped up? And
it was so, without spoilers, I was really sad at the end. I always, because we actually got to see we went to go to the premiere.
Oh my God. You guys dress up in like Star Wars outfits? Yeah.
Not Star Wars outfits, but like we wore nice dress.
Okay.
Yeah, to the actual movie. But so the last 3 movies that had just come out, we got to go to every single premiere. Thank you, Disney, for that. So it was like an amazing experience. But for about a week, it was just me and Ronnie who had seen the movies, and we couldn't talk to anyone about it. And so the one thing I would tell everyone without spoiling anything was my favorite part happened, My favorite and least favorite part happened in a span of 1 minute.
I know what it is. I think it's my favorite and least favorite.
Yes.
Ray and Ben kiss, and then he's dead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. It's been out for a while. And
True.
I know. I loved it. That broke my heart because first of all, I love Adam Driver. I'm a big fan. I thought he was such a fantastic, complex, like, character.
Me too. I honestly think he is one of the best villains. And here's why. Because evil people in everyday life, they're usually like a mean-spirited person isn't one who's like super confident. Like, you know how evil people are portrayed like in the past, like they're like super powerful and confident, they're intimidating and scary. Kylo Ren, he was like that, but we got to see the behind the scenes of the inner battle he has with what is good and what is wrong, and how much of a coward he was because of it. And to me, that's really what people deal with, and that's what really makes someone like, you know, a bad person, I guess. Like, it was just more realistic to me than having someone who was just all powerful, mighty, who could not be defeated. Like, I just personally was like, wow, this character is really struggling. And in the end, he wasn't really that evil. It was just that he was so conflicted of what was right and what was wrong. And eventually found his way. But, and you know, there's this quote in a Clone Wars TV episode. I will only say it because we're not talking about TV shows. But the quote is, no one is born evil, it is only taught. And so that really stuck out to me, and I was like, wow, it really is taught. The reason why people do mean and bad things in life is because it is taught to them. No one is actually evil. And so that's why I really think Kylo Ren is the perfect definition of like the evil villain. Because like, I don't know, he was just portrayed like realistic to me.
She's also in love with him.
I'm also very in love with him.
I'll fight you for him. No, just kidding. I know. I feel the same way. I think that he does, because Adam Driver is such a good actor, he can really bring all of that to life. He can really bring that inner turmoil, and it makes it so relatable. I mean, we've all been there where we've made bad choices in our lives, or we've gone down a wrong path because we thought we were doing the right thing. I think Star Wars is a lot about, even with, you know, Anakin and how he made his choice to go down the wrong path for love. He thought he was doing it for love. And I think that's something that's really relatable. I know, another sad moment. Han, let's have like one, and then like Han and Leia. I mean, let's go. But yeah, I think that's why, and again, to bring it back to your original point, it's about hope too. Like this hope that people can change, a hope that someone can come to the light, you know, come to the light side and away from the dark side. But I love it. I love Star Wars. I love how much you girls love Star Wars. I love it.
We're obsessed. We're obsessed. But thank you. Yeah. I mean,
and all your
people watching, if you haven't seen Star Wars, I highly suggest just taking just a look and at least give the first 3 movies in chronological order a test, or the release order, whichever you decide. It's okay. Just give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Like, it's okay. What are you doing? You're at home. Come on.
And if you don't like it, if it's not your cup of tea, it's okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah,
there's a ton of other movies out there.
I love it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, I want to segue into talking about what you guys have been doing and your series, Prom Night, I love, which is on YouTube now. And first of all, let's talk about the crazy timing of this. I mean, you guys have really given so much hope, and talk about, you know, hope. You guys have provided so much hope and comfort right now to all the teens out there who have missed their prom this year due to this crazy time.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, we love making series on our channel. Just because we see ourselves making stories and just making something bigger than just a challenge video on YouTube. But you know, the challenge videos are still really fun to make. But our passion and what we love is storytelling and creating something, and something to take people just away out of reality for just a little bit. And so we were like, okay, so what should our next series be? And we were discussing that we wanted it to be around prom, and just like a prom theme. And because who doesn't want to wear prom dresses?
Yeah, we're 23 and we wanted to re-wear prom dresses. Essentially, that's what it came down to.
I wore to my prom, my senior prom, I wore like a 2-piece.
Ooh.
And I really just wish I could wear that. Like, I want to bring that back. So anyway,
That's so
a long time ago.
That's so cute. I really wanted to wear a 2-piece, but a long skirt I couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, prom night, we like sharing stories. You know, our audience is mainly in high school, like young adult, college, and we wanted to do something that was relevant, and obviously prom was coming up, so we were like, let's do something about prom, because that's what we feel like our audience would enjoy. And then we were thinking about, like, how can we relate it to our lives? And you know, we're YouTubers. We understand, like, the YouTube life. So we're like, let's make the storyline about a girl who enters a contest to go to prom with her favorite YouTuber, and she ends up winning it. So that's the premise of prom night. And it was just really,
I love it.
It was really fun to create. Essentially, it was actually kind of like a mini movie, just split up into 4 episodes.
Yeah, I get that.
And I think something that we're very proud of with prom night is obviously the production quality and stuff. It was all self-funded. Our dad directed it. We also co-directed it with him. We shot on amazing anamorphic lenses. And it was just like, it was like nothing we've ever done before on our YouTube channel. And I'm not sure that any YouTuber has really done something like that by themselves. I mean, there's obviously been like YouTube originals and all of that, but this was something we made with our own money, from our own hearts and our own passion. We gathered people that we knew were going to be all in it and want to 100% make this with us. And we basically made a movie. And unfortunately, that we had no idea that quarantine would happen. And so we were filming right up to the day that California was like, hey,
no way,
stay home. Like, the last day was the day that they're like, hey, people, you should stay inside. No, we ended on a Wednesday night, and then the next Thursday, that next day was when they announced quarantine.
Wow.
Everyone stay home, like, don't go out. It was like crazy.
Talk about crazy timing.
Yeah, crazy timing. And so our last shoot day was here in our house, and we've been here since.
Oh, you never left. You were like,
never left. But what we found was just like, obviously our series was meant to happen because of the timing and just how we found out, you know, people were going to miss out on their proms. And essentially at first we kind of felt bad that we were like, should we even post this? Like, should we post this because people are going to miss out? But then we realized, you know, people, like we've been talking about, people watch YouTube, people watch movies, people watch content to escape reality and enjoy something and just get away from what's happening in life. And so that really encouraged us to post it. And, you know, we dedicated it to all the seniors who missed out on prom. Obviously, just so sad because our senior prom, we only went to one prom. And it was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah. It's a memorable, you know, it's a big life moment. And obviously, I mean, I think it's always important too to remember that, you know, you'll always have the next, you know, big thing that happens in your life, and that, you know, it's okay if you didn't go or whatever. But I think it's still important to keep celebrating these things with graduation as well. And I think that that's what prom night with a K does, is it allows you to keep celebrating this milestone, and it's very uplifting, and it's exactly, and you said it, it's that content right now is comforting us all, and it's important to, you know, to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. It's kind of funny because one time someone told me, it was like several years ago, someone close to me was like, movies don't make a difference in this world. Like, actors don't make a difference in this world.
Can you
and
believe the
I was
audacity?
like, and this was someone who, you know, obviously wasn't like into movies. They weren't into acting. They weren't like, they just didn't really care for movies and stuff. And I was just like so shocked that they said that. And it was just like, ever since then, it made me really actually genuinely appreciate the messages movies, TV shows, YouTube videos leave for people. And it made me realize, you know, that, well, obviously that person's wrong, because there's so many people that tell us that our videos, our series, they help them get through hard times. And so that's just, honestly, that's just the magic of creating content.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for us, prom night was such a huge blessing to just know that people were enjoying it and loving it, and people still love it, and people are still watching it. They want a season 2. And obviously we can't film a season 2 right now, but
you could.
Hopefully, hopefully we can soon. But it was just absolutely so much fun, and we're just really proud with how it turned out.
Absolutely.
And we're just happy that we were able to offer something with such high quality for free to our audience.
Yeah, which is so great and so important. And I think that you guys have such an amazing understanding of content and of film and of storytelling. And just from talking to you today, from seeing your content, but especially after talking to you today, I am so excited to see where you go next, because I know you're going to both do such huge, big things. And I hope you continue to tell stories and create new content and do movies and TV and everything, because honestly, the world needs voices like yourselves. They need more female filmmakers and content creators. And you guys are very intelligent and, you know, artistic and creative. So just keep it going.
Thank you. Oh, that's so nice.
Keep it going. We need you. We need you.
And for those watching in the audience, if you are an aspiring filmmaker or actress or even producer, you want to work on TV shows, do it, because you're not going to regret it. It's such a fun world to be a part of. We absolutely love it. It's obviously not for everyone, but if you think it's for you, I highly recommend to give it a try, and just don't give up. Yes, it is a bit hard to make it in the industry, even as like just working on set and stuff. It's kind of hard, but it's all in who you know. So be nice to everyone. And just work hard.
I like that. And also, you know, when we're all at home, if you're feeling creative, write. You know, you have your phones, film something, anything, even if it's silly or like don't worry so much about who's going to watch it or if people are going to like it. Just do it. Just do it.
There's actually, I've been watching a lot of TikToks recently, and it's kind of crazy how creative people have been getting. People are creating stories that look like scenes from movies on their phone upright on TikTok.
Yeah, it's amazing.
At that point, you have no excuse to not do what they're doing. They literally just are doing it on their phone.
Yeah, they're creating. You're a creator, do it.
Yeah, and using their resources.
Absolutely.
Yeah, use your resources, become creative. Even if you need to take inspiration from others and make it your own, that's okay too. That's what being creative is all about.
Absolutely. Well, this was so fun, guys. Thank you so much. I absolutely adore you guys, and I hope we can chat more. I hope one day we'll go to the next. Well, I know there's not going to be. I know the Skywalker saga is over with, but the next Star Wars movie, hopefully I'll see you at the premiere. Let's hope Adam Driver's there, even though he's not in the films anymore.
Maybe he'll show up as like a ghost force ghost.
Yeah. Oh yes. Would love that.
Theory, but I hope that it works.
You know what? Well, we all have hope. Let's just I think if we just put it out there in the universe, Adam Driver, Force Ghost, will happen.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, guys, and stay safe and keep making stuff and keep inspiring others because you guys are just the best.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It's so sweet.
Thanks for talking with us.
And if anyone's watching from our Instagram, make sure you guys follow CherryPicks. They're great. If you need movie recommendations, they've got lists and lists of them.
Oh, thank you, girls. It's so sweet. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
That was so much fun. Oh my gosh. If you guys haven't seen Prom Night on YouTube, please check it out. It's so great and so comforting, especially during these times. And thank you so much for watching. I will be back on Tuesday, and everyone enjoy the weekend. All right. Bye.